know they are built, you say come and do, receive, and pay 90,000 naira. It's not regulation. I have to call those from Adeleke, including all by the failure, and they usually are pushing up. And I'm saying this and this and this that I'm going to say on that. Not already done. And I say it comes across all in our staff. Can be black, and then literally, can be dean, can be VC. You make errors and that respect is very broken in that. I pray that when I go through this story, I'm thinking through something small or something like this. I want to go through this crowd that I get very much time. But I wish to listen to it. And please make practical, those are going to speak practical. Not theory of management, no. Not theory of secretarial studies, no. Practical example, you say exactly this and this. Bringing out things that will actually control. And I started again. I wish us well. I wish you very beneficial for us. And I tell you, I look back and say we've done something and take away something that was so useful to us.
If you are doing any of this, if you are overseeing, if you are administering something, you are what? Doing management. And we all know that management is very key and wide, very deep and wide. In our homes, you have management. In our individual companies, you have management. In the things of it, there is management there, right? In the academic, there is management. In the university, there is management. Even in our own offices, there is management. You are managing something, you are administering something.
Planning is one of the things that is expected, roles, functions that is expected of you as a manager. To manage that set of students that are signed on to you, to manage them as expected, you need to plan. As an academic staff, even to non-academic staff, we need to plan in our various endeavors. For us to succeed, we need to learn how to plan on how to carry out our assignments. There's a saying that says failure to plan is plan to fail. For us not to fail as an individual, we must learn how to plan.
Let the people you are talking with know you are open to constructive feedback. Example, how many of us actually give room for this? Even in our practices in the offices, okay, where we have the secretaries, we have the clerks, how many of us allow them to come back and give us feedbacks based on what they understand on some certain issues that happen around us in our offices, okay? We also give room for this, where they come and give us feedbacks, alright, so that we'll be able to comprehend and know how to go about solving such conflicts, okay?
The actors, who are the people involved in contemporary office management? The Vice Chancellor and other principal officers, they are involved. The directors and heads of units, they are involved. The deans and heads of departments, they are involved. Faculty administrators and officers are involved. All the secretaries, the examination officers, clerical officers, and all administrative and management staff. Is there any group I'm leaving out? Is there any group I left out of this? No. We are all involved. We are all actors in office management. We are all actors and we are all important. So the techniques we'll be talking about today is divided into two parts. The first part relates to the secretaries, clerical, faculty, and examination officers, while the second part relates to the other actors. Now let's look at the techniques, the methods, the practices. The first one we'll be looking at is space organization. Creating an organized space by the secretary, not only the secretary anyway, can help improve work efficiency and create a capable working environment both for the boss and the secretary. You can organize your office in several ways, including creating established work zones. You know that your table is here. If in the same office you have the photocopier machine at the corner, you know that is where the our work zones. Not that you put your table here today, tomorrow you move it to another place. And then updating organization filing systems. It is very important to update our filing systems. We are talking about contemporary. We are talking about modern, new ways of managing the office. Gone are the days when we have piles of files and the whole thing will just be jam-packed in one place. Whatever file that is coming into your office, you must update the files. And also labeling files. It is very important. When we are doing accreditation, I know what we go through. We'll be looking for student file, course allocation file, staff file, budgeting file, and so on and so forth. As secretaries, we should label our files. 001 staff file, 002 student file. And when we list those files, when we number them, we should endeavor to keep the list of the files. As in, we number them in words, and then we keep it handy. So if the HOD should call you and say that, where is the student file? Where is it located? Easily you bring out your list, check the number, and then you flip through and bring out the file. And also, we should label our shelves, drawers, and cubicles. Faculty officers, where the student files are being kept, we should label. For example, in our faculty here, we have 6 departments. You should have a cubicle or drawer or shelf where you have political science and public administration, accounting department. So if a student from accounting should come in, you easily go to where accounting cubicle is and bring out the file. So we should endeavor to label our shelves, drawers, and cubicles. We are talking about space organization. Faculty of Business and Social Sciences for organizing this. I think we've gained a lot. I want to add to what you said. At the Senate meeting, do we have secretaries there? You have the faculty secretaries there. We don't have them there. And some of the discussions there, sometimes you will see outside.
Yes.
Tight. So I don't want us to look at one side. All of us should be focused. We should be intentional about this. But they're not asked you to propagate. Don't do it. Another thing I want to add is about this our environment. Sometimes we want to do some things, but because of the peculiarity of our environment, at least some people understand what I'm saying. Yes, ma'am. You can't just do it. It's either you adapt by the situation of ground or you leave. I pray the Lord will.
But if you have to accept constructive criticism, you pay less attention to how that criticism comes than what is the content. So if we accept it, you have to do work abroad. Managers don't pay attention to when what you said angrily or whether you respect them or not. They pay attention to your contribution, your constructive contribution that is bringing the progress of that particular system that both of you belong to. So if we learn to accept things and the way they do things, the way they say things, and pay attention to what is said and how to benefit the system, then maybe we will manage it better. I'm not saying we shouldn't respect our leaders or respect our managers and all that, but there are times when we show respect to decide. And say this, look at our
receive information as regards to the personnel, or we have been contacted by the institution or organization outside to write or to say something about our graduates. It's one of the efforts that we make. We also talk about staff appointment letters. So also staff disciplinary letters, leave roster. We talk about student admission letter, convocation proceedings, transcripts. We also talk about course allocation outlines, Senate approved results, list of graded copies, NYC records and lists are important things. The question about the who have given the faculty a supportive hand to organize this event. Thank you very much. I would like to extend my appreciation to the Executive Director of Internal Audit. He was here to what he left not right long, Dr. Noah Brian. We appreciate you for coming. I would also like to appreciate the Director of Academic Planning. Despite our times ago, she still made it to be here. We appreciate you for coming. I would like to appreciate in absentia the Dean of the Faculty of Arts, Professor Adeleke. He was here with us, but because of another engagement, he left not quite long. Thank you, Professor I would also like to appreciate the presence of the deputy boss of the university who was here but I think speaking his name from we appreciate you, sir. I would also like to appreciate the Pastor Dr. Adeleke. Yes, it's really started. I still recall. Thank you very much for your presence, sir. Yes, I want to appreciate our guests, the non-teaching staff who are here with us and are listening attentively to the workshop. We thank you and we pray that exhibit what you have planned here in your various areas of work. Thank you very much.